BeatyBean as a whole. You know, we have our Jersey Samus players and players like Padrino who have given BeatyBean such a hard time. But one thing's for sure, I mean, whether Yobbi is here to give BeatyBean a hard time, this is also a matchup that BeatyBean has been trained in, going to Kingdoms every Tuesday and having to deal with this on a weekly basis. So hopefully he knows something that Wario can probably pull out that we probably don't, because this isn't a matchup that favors Wario.
Yeah, it's a matchup that probably is nevertheless very tough for Wario on a very surface level. But if there's anything that makes it awkward for Samus, is the fact that Chomp can go through a lot of these projectiles, as we've already seen. Healing a little bit at a time, being able to just engorge yourself on charge shot and on those missiles. On top of the airspeed, being able to keep up with Samus, it's going to rely on Yobbi being a little bit less projectile focused. Throw out those neutral airs, throw out those forward airs. Try and contest Wario's airspace without the use of projectiles or with the use of those bombs, which can be equally as detrimental. But BeatyBean, you said it best. Like, Dom Padrino is a contender for PR so many seasons and is an insanely strong Samus, and BeatyBean fights them basically every other week. Yeah, it's definitely a big testament right now if you're BeatyBean, as you are dealing with a character that you are well knowledgeable in and well prepared for. But right now, I mean, we've been seeing the way he's been playing, whether he's getting in Samus's face, applying the pressure, or whether he's just keeping it safe, playing a spacing game, utilizing that Chomp as a factor to just mitigate that whole charge shot option. As I say that, though, the charge shot comes in clutch. The first stock goes for Yobbi, and now this is also BeatyBean tacking on this damage on the second stock as well, 122%. As Samus, you don't want to approach a Wario. You have all the tools needed to just be able to rack up damage utilizing your projectiles, but BeatyBean just making it hard, and he also has a waft almost fully loaded to, well, actually, no, it is fully loaded to go. Yeah, absolutely ready and willing to take over. He did the Bikeless Beavers thing. He did it, and he got a backer off of it. How does he keep getting away with it? Who knows, but this game could be over right now if not for the solid DI up and away from Yobbi.
And we've been seeing a lot more discipline coming out from BeatyBean when it comes to utilizing the waft, as he sets up perfectly, but it's not going to be enough as he gets sent to the farther side of the stage. It's still 90% tacked on, but we're noticing, you know, BeatyBean, when it comes to these waft setups, it's unorthodox. You never know when he's actually going to start throwing them out. Usually you'll wait for an up tilt, maybe an up air chain to get the waft, but BeatyBean has been really pushing the meta with this Wario and really showcasing what his setups are all about, and they're definitely pristine and different from others.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing about Wario that you need to hit, and it's the various ways that you can connect into waft, whether it be off of just simple things like neutral air, or what hits and what contestants you're able to find.
Oh no,
that's super cheeky, but the bike.
That's so unfortunate. I mean, I feel like he wasn't gonna die anyways, but it's just like that momentum shift. You know, he didn't get sent as far as he probably should have. That's going to be Yobbi losing the stock either way to a dash attack, and BeatyBean in a pretty dominant way to start off this game one.
Yeah, it really seemed like BeatyBean has a game plan ready for Samus as a character,
and it's making it hard. And he also has a waft almost fully loaded. Well, actually, no, it is fully loaded to go.
Absolutely,
and we saw some of those ideas
ready and willing to take over from Yobbi.
See a whole lot of
he did the Bikeless Beaver, like mid-screen, rising full hop up airs with some short hop fairs mixed in, some short hop nairs, and those are going to be the things that can test Wario's airspace well. But you almost have to choose, and you have to commit to one or the other. Like, are you going to try and abuse like charge shot mix-ups with your aerials, or are you going to focus more on bomb and missile play to try and overwhelm the Wario's mouth? Yeah, you can only eat one thing.
And one thing I want to see more of coming out from Yobbi is the usage of the tether as the Zair option. You know? Just use it. You have the spacing game in your favor already. You're not just taller than Wario, you just have the tools in general in terms of the projectiles and that tether grab in order to just contest with a lot of what BeatyBean is going to want to go for, which is get in your face. But it seems like BeatyBean has had an answer every single time, utilizing that air drift momentum and the bike momentum to just be able to capitalize on Yobbi.
Throwing out that nair contesting a lot of this mid-stage as Yobbi continues to play the stage control game with a lot of small charge shots, but that trade is so detrimental. Twice over, so many, like, it was buttons out as hit stun, which is not bad, but it's the wrong button. It's nice movement, BeatyBean.
That's
Good
beautiful.
job.
Yeah, man. That's 10 out of 10 options.
Round of applause.
That's nice. I mean, we got to respect the little things. I mean, they don't do much, but they definitely give us a little bit of a... They widen our eyes a little bit. They open us our eyes to what he's all about. That's some good... just BeatyBean showcasing what all that practice has done for him.
Tries for the same setup as before with the Wario twist into the bike, because these two are just, they're playing catch.
Yeah, I mean...
they're playing catch. How long will this go on? Maybe just long enough, as BeatyBean is in the lead at the moment here and is looking to just try and maintain that, taking their time and not trying to force anything, which is honestly just character development for BeatyBean. Oh.
Yeah, the half waft coming. Well, actually almost a full waft at that case. He wasn't glowing, but he definitely had something going right there. And he also had the max rage to work with. That is going to be a stock and now a 2-stock lead going in favor of BeatyBean, but not for long. But the Town and City high ceiling blast zone is going to be the defect right there for the stage pick that Yobbi has. I know.
Wow.
You know,
the gun came out as well. He used that charge shot early.
Done.
Oh, okay. He gets the last hit of fair, spaces that out well, and don't throw the bike off stage.
Never.
That just gives BeatyBean more access to it, which is his MO at this point.
Yeah, most people, what they want to do is keep the bike at the corner. BeatyBean going for a new specialty of his, which is runaway bike and just chasing their opponent off stage when they're close to the blast zone. The dash attack is going to come out clutch right there, going to chase him with a fair, nothing coming of it. This is really just a crucial moment right now if you're Yobbi, because you really got to start racking up that damage. But it seems to be finding his way in.
Yeah, it's mixing in some decent aerials here. Gets the dash back forward smash as well and holding on to bike. Oh, that was a good chance to set up bomb, but you still have a chance to play this ledge trap. Again, no bombs at ledge here. Yobbi is just kind of standing there, and what makes Samus' ledge trapping so threatening is the fact that a bomb can interrupt just about any option that you players do off of ledge. But instead, he's very reliant on charge shot and these big aerials, which has helped, but not cemented these positions that he needs to be in.
Yeah, Morph Ball is definitely a tool that I would love to see more coming out from Yobbi. I mean, he's doing a good job so far with the survivability. Already racked up 123% damage, charging up this charge shot. But BeatyBean utilizing the bike and almost getting the stock as he chases him with the up B.
Yeah, trying to pivot here. Again, no bombs, but just goes for that low recovery. Good fastball mix-up as well. And calling out the platform in the roll. Hey, Samus has a really solid spike and some deceptively threatening combos, especially with that back air on deck as well.
Get the bike away from BeatyBean is the only way that
well, but that's a back air too. All right, well played from Yobbi at the end there, doing a solid job of kind of like starting to deconstruct their win condition, as BeatyBean did a really great job in the mid game of threatening Yobbi's positioning and forcing scrambles when Samus didn't have any charge on charge beam, which is huge, because suddenly you just take away this huge layered mix-up that Samus has. BeatyBean took so much advantage of that in the mid game that once Yobbi started getting that resource back into rotation, it was already a little too late.
No, yeah, I mean, Yobbi was showing a lot of signs of life towards the end of that game, too, for sure. I mean, definitely bringing it back, sitting at plus 100% for at least a good 2 minutes, but still rocking it out, doing really well, putting BeatyBean in a situation where he had to start thinking of different ways to kill, going for a lot of cheeky setups with the bike. He also had the waft set up for a second time, but no need to use it in that case. But BeatyBean, don't want to say we're surprised, but really we're not. I mean, he's really showcasing what he's all about, and he's definitely in it to win it, especially to, I mean, at the end of the day, BeatyBean is a grinder.